Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Let's change the tape. We'll put this one in. All right. So today you're going to work on the iron production. We've got a lot to do. So let's see here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some more cable. Put those in there. Let's see here. Yeah, I could put these in there. I could put the cable in there. I also need some iron rods. Which I should actually have some being made down here. Well, I've also got some right here. No, I don't need iron rods. I got plenty of iron rods. What am I running out of? Steel beams. Iron plates. Reinforced iron plates. Okay. us get what we need. So, iron plates. Then I need reinforced iron plates. Which are all the way back here. And then I'm also gonna need some more steel beams. Excuse me. Tell you what else I could do though. Yeah, that's right. I need 103 of those that I do not have at the moment, so just leave it at that. Tell you what, because I have a feeling I don't need this many. Yeah, put those in there. And we'll let this thing eat up some of the items. Alright, so splitters. Alright. Yep. Alright. So each of these need, yeah. Alright, so one's already all hooked up. Awesome. So this needs 150, this needs 150. And then I need another half of that, so 75 right there. So I need 375 in total. Alright, let's see here. So each of these have how much coming in? 64.5 times 3. Is 193. These need 29.2 times 7. Is 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is. Did I mess up my math somewhere? 29.184. Is 204. These are 65.511 or 64.511. Oh, these are not making an excess. These are making a deficit. Oh. I think I may have messed up my math somewhere. So that means all 4 of these are making a deficit. Alright, let's just mess around with this then. Let's set the clock speed to 100. That's 65. 65 times 3 is 195. Okay. So 195 divided by 7. That means each of them can get 27.857143. So if I take 27.857, so if I take 30 divided by 27.857, nope, I got that wrong. Divided by 30, that equals out to 92.88567. Nice. Okay. We'll work with that then. that also means that this setting needs to be on this one, this one, this one, actually needs to be down here. Alright, so alright, so with those 12 refineries set up to just produce at 100%, pretty sure I got this one too. No, I didn't. It needs to be these three as well. So I did get this one and this one. How did I not get this one? I don't know. But anyways, they're just produced at 100%. And then the 7 constructors that are attached to the 3 refiners will produce at 92.9%. It's not 0.9, but I'm just saying that so I don't have to say that whole number. Alright, now let's come back and look at the rods, because I'm pretty sure I'm in excess on the rods though, or in excess on iron ingots for the rods. These require 14.857 per minute. There's 10 of them. It's 148.57. These are making 64.511. So let me just actually, hold on. So we've got 148.57 in. $148.57 needed. And we're making, make sure I get the right one. This one. 64.511. So it's 64.511 times 3 is 193.533. $193.533. So that means we have an excess of 193.533 minus 148.57 means we've got an excess of 44.963. Did I say that right? 44.963? Yes. Okay. So we have 44.963 extra available right here, and right here, and right here. So if we take 44.963 times 3 equals 134.889. Which will feed won't feed one of these completely, but it'll be close. So we've got 134.889. Yeah, 134.889. So which means we would be short by about 14 ingots needed to fully support one of these. But I could do a little bit of messing with numbers to get it to where I need it. So normally it's 150. So if I take the 134.889 divided by 150, it's 89.926%. 89.926. 89.926. So tell you what. We'll put it down here. $89.926. Alright, and then what I can do is, so not this one, but these three. These three can have their extras ran together. So, take you. Ceiling. So we'll put you right there. Going this way. put you going up, going that way. We'll put you going up, going that way. Merger. Put one there. One there. And there. Just grab some Mach 3 belts. Go from that one to that one. That one to that one. Then it will come down to this one. Grab a Mach 3 lift. Put it right there. Grab a Mach 3 belt. Grab it. Run it this way. And then we'll have the extras feeding into this one. Awesome. Alright. Now I just need to feed this last one. And I'll just use excess from it to feed these last 5 on the end down here. So, how do I want to do this? Let's see here, if I put it, say, right here, I can then grab a conveyor hole right there, run it along the outside, and bring it in, say, probably about right here. And this belt will just go straight into there. Okay. Let's get the outfeed hooked up over here. So I'll put merger right here. Don't have enough room to really put a conveyor right there. So what I need to do is put the conveyor merger in front of this. Like that. But that doesn't leave enough room for that. Does it? No, it don't. So what if I put the merger here? Yeah, that'll work. And I'll grab this merger. Put you right there. And then put this one right there. Alright. Now, put it in right there. So, let's go outside. Hope nothing attacks me. And then we'll grab you. Put you right there. And we'll grab you. Ah. Put you right there. Now we can take you and slap you into there. Yep, and now it's coming in. Nice. Awesome. All three of them are running. And then, just to make things easier, we're going to go ahead and put all of you at 100%. Awesome. So, with that being said, should have 150 coming in here now. And let's say I just, well, we actually have, no, we have 195? $65 times 3? Yeah, that's 195. So we have 195 coming in. And let's say I put all these to like 90%. Means I need 135 per minute, which leaves me with 60 left over. I need 75 down here in total. So if I take 60 divided by 75, means they need to run at 80%. So if I set these to 80%, that's 12 per minute. And 12 times 5 is 60. Yep. One thing I could do is I could just flip the mergers down here, but nah. One, two. Nope, nope, nope. Do that. And then I can grab you and slap you right there. And then grab you. Excuse me. Alright, so now that that is done, we have all the rods set up, all the plates set up. Now we just need to do the next floor, which, if I remember correctly, is all the screws. Not this one, this floor. All the screws you could think of. Also, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and crank up those water pumps. Crank them up a little bit higher to make up for the fact that some of these have been turned up. Because right now they're set for all 38 of those to be sitting at the same. But some of them are now sitting at 100% instead of at a percentage value. So what we will do is, what we can do is, say instead of 104%, we can set it to, say, 110%. Actually, I could put them up to one. Well, this one I can just max out if I want to. And just put it all the way up to 150%. The rest of them, I can only max out to do 150 water. So, like say if I set this to 150, be 125%. So we'll copy this. Paste. 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 Okay, nope. This one cannot be that. Paste. Paste. Alright, so now I have 600 water coming down here because these can hold 300 water per minute. And each of these is producing 150. So, yeah, I've maxed out the pipes. Alright, so that being said now, I know I'm not going to have any water issues out of this. So, let's see here. I have 66 of these that are set to that. So 12.381. So I need 817 iron ingots. Let's see how much I got left. So I got 14 oil refineries. Okay, or not oil refineries, 14 refineries making 64.511. So it's 903. Okay, so I have enough. Alright, and then how many encased industrial beams do I have? 25 right there, 133 right there. Let's see here. So I could just do what I can with Mach 3 belts, but I also could just do Mach 4 belts. 480 and 480 would would be 960. So if I could get 7 of these hooked up to one Mach 4 belt, that would make my life a lot easier. Otherwise, I can only hook up to Mach 3 belts, and that means 14. That'll be 3, 6. I'll have 5 Mach 3 belts running up, and one of them will only have 2 refineries on it. Whereas if I put Mach 4 belts, I could have 7 of them on one Mach 4 belt. Alright, let's just it's gonna get expensive real quick. What I could do is and then say I come down here and let's grab this. Alright, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we do that. I may have to go make some more encased industrial beams, but that's okay. Two. this. Alright. Alright, so we have about 900 ingots right here coming out. That I need to figure out how in the world I'm going to split between 66 of these things. I mean, I guess technically I could just run one massive. One massive manifold system down the length of it. So let's see here. So I've got times 7 is 451. Alright, so I've got 451.577 coming in on one belt. Okay, I need 12.381. If I take the 451,577 divided by 12.381, means I can cover 36 of them and some change. So 36 divided by 2 is 18. So I can build 18 of these. Be okay, so 1, got 6 so far? Yeah. Alright, well. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. Alright. And that also leaves me with 8 more down here that I need to figure out what to do with. What I may do is just replicate this to over here. And then just make however many screws it makes. Yeah, I like that idea. Alright, now just gonna grab wall outlet. Alright. Now we'll just connect from this one to this one. And we'll connect from this one to this one. Alright. Doesn't look like it's centered between the two. It's not. I think I may have messed up on my placement of constructors. Because that's the halfway point. I messed up on this row of constructors, but it'll be okay. I'm not gonna stress over it. Here, I'll do it this way, that way you don't see it too much. Oh, sorry about that. Alright. Now for the part that's going to eat up my encased industrial beams. Yep. Alright, well. I guess let me go make some more real quick. Shouldn't be too hard, thankfully. So, I will be back once I get done crafting all of these. Alright, hopefully that will be enough to do what I'm trying to do. We shall find out. It may not. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Alright. Well. Yeah, this conveyor is booking it. Alright, so. Alright. Well, now. Let's see here. Do I need these constructors to make anything else? Oh, iron pipes. Probably would have been good. Oh well. Iron wire probably would have been good too, but it is what it is. Anyways, yeah. I'm done with constructors. Assemblers. Let us see here. I need rotors. This just looks like a faster recipe is all this is. Although it looks like it might use a bit more screws. 60. Yeah, it uses a bit more screws. That's unfortunate. But let's see here. I need iron plates, modular frames, and rotors. So let's see here. see here. Y'all are making basically 20 per minute. There's 7 of y'all, so that's 140. And 140, 280. Dang. Okay, so each of y'all are gonna need a Mach 3 belt by yourselves. So that's gonna be 4 Mach 3 belts right here to deal with all the iron plates. Alright, so grab a merger. Lift up to here. Right there. We just do the same thing right here, so merger, but this time it needs to be a little bit closer to the machines. So there, there. Alright. Lifts here and here. And another merger. Mach 3 belts. to here. Alright. Let me grab a Mach 3 belt. Have it go this way. We'll grab that one and have it go like that. We'll grab this one and have it go to right there. This one, and it'll go to right here. This one down to right here. I'll send that one down to there. I'll send that one to down there. Take this one and send it to down there. At some point, I need to bring these up. I don't know where I'm going to do that yet. For now, let's come up here and figure out where I can put some floor holes. Ooh, maybe I can put them down here. Say, let me see here. I'll put them down here on the corner. I can line them up like right here. Then I can just take all these, connect them to the lifts. Awesome. Now we've got some plates right there. Now I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to make stuff over here, or do I want to just take everything up to the third floor and then from this point start making stuff in the assemblers? So do I start that up here, or do I do that down below on the second floor? I'm not sure, but I kind of need to figure that out. So let's start with getting rid of this sign. Alright, so we've got 18.571, right? 18.571 being made across 7, 14, 21, 28 of these. So 18.571 times 28. So let's start with the fine, because I want to do a few small signs, not just a bunch, not just some big signs. So let's come over here and grab some quartz crystal. It's just right over here. Alright, so one, two, three. Alright, that way I have visualization of what's going on. So this one will be plates. This one will be rods. This one will be screws. Alright, so plates. We have 28 of them, 28 machines making 28 machines making 18.571 per minute. So we have 519.998 per minute. Right? 519.98. Yeah, 988. 519.988. ppm, parts per minute. For anybody who didn't know, that's what that meant. So, there's that. Alright, iron rods. Iron rods is a little bit trickier because a couple of the machines are set to different values, but I can get a rough find out which ones are. So 14.857. These are 14.857, and there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So there's 30 of them making that amount, right? So 14.857, so there's 30 of them, so there's 445.71 right there. So let's go ahead and record that number. Four 445.71. So So let's go take a look at what the rest of them are doing. So these set to, these are set to, this one's on. Okay, so we've got 10 of them doing 135 total, because they're making 13.5. So 10 of them doing 135 plus another 5 doing 60, so that's 195, right? So that's 195. And then we've got these over here making 13.489. So 13.489, that's 134.89. So we've got $135 plus 60 is 195. And then 13.489, 134.89. So 195, 134.89. 34.89, 34.89. So 34.89 plus, it's 135 plus 60, so 195 plus 445.71. We are getting 775.6 rods per minute. $775.6 parts per minute. Okay, screws. We have screws are, let's see here if I'm correct, there should be 36 plus 36 is 72 at 49.524 per minute. 49.524 per minute. .524 times 72. 49.524 times 72. Oh, am I really making that many screws per minute? Hold up. Let me double check my math here. Because each of these can do 36. That's what I figured out. So each row is 18. Should be, right? Let's double check that. No. Yes. Alright, so each row is 18. 18 times 4 is 72. Alright. Each of these is making 49.524. 49.524. Yep. 49.524 times 72. Okay. My math checks out. I don't know what I'm going to do with all them screws, but I've got all them screws. I may actually use that recipe that uses more screws just to make some extra reinforced iron plates. Anyways, I'm making 35 65.728. 3565.728. $3565.728. Yep. I'm making a ton of screws. Holy cow. I did not realize I was making so many screws. I could cut back on the screw production by half to make some, use some of that iron to make the alternate iron pipes. To have, you can make roughly 100 steel pipes. No. Yeah, 100 steel pipes per minute. Which wouldn't be bad, because then I could also throw those into an assembler to make the encased industrial pipes, which would actually work out pretty well. Because I don't foresee myself using that many screws per minute. So let's take a look at something else real quick. So I am currently making so let's say I wanted to do iron pipes, but I only cut back on the screw production. I don't know. Do I want to do that? I mean, I kind of do. I've got 7 of them hooked up, so that would be $64.511. Be 451. I could get rid of some of these screws, but nah, I'm not gonna do that this time. Let's work with what we got. So. Alright, so we're going to be wanting to make, to start with, bolted iron plates, bolted frames, and then rotors. So, which these require reinforced iron plates. These are making reinforced iron plates. So let's work out a plan for what we're gonna do in the next episode. So this is gonna wind down while we figure out what we're gonna do. So we're gonna make reinforced iron plates. And we're gonna make bolted frames, because it's either bolted frames or modular frames. And we might make, we actually might just do the modular frames, because we have a lot of rods that we need to use. I don't know. Because otherwise we can make a ton of rotors. Alright, so if I make all the plates into reinforced iron plates at 90 per minute, that's 519 divided by 90 per minute. So would be almost 6 of these. Be 5 3/4. Yeah, we'll go with 5 3/4. So if I do 5 3/4 of these, actually, 519. What if I take these and clock it down a little bit? Say 95%. 85.5. So now let's take that divided by 85.5. Okay. 86.4. Yeah, that's good right there. We'll go with that. So this is going to be 6 of them. Yeah, 6 of them doing this. So 6 of them at 240 per minute. So 240 per minute times 6 is 1,440. So we're going to put a sign right here to show what we're going to be doing. We're making reinforced iron plates. At, so 6 of them. So we've got 519 going in. So let's see here. Let's do this right. 519 going in. The screws we're going to need to go in. And then the parts that'll be coming out. So we've got 519.988 going in. That means we're going to need 240 times 6, which is 1440. So we'll actually grab this one instead. Put it right here. We needed how many? 1440. So we need 1,440 parts per minute with the screws. So we take 35, 65, 728, 1440. That leaves us with 2,125. Right? 2,100. Yep. All right. So that's what we got left. That's what we got in. That's what we have left over after this. It's going to be making 14.4 times 6. 86.4 per minute. So .4 parts per minute. So that's the output. Alright. So there's that. So now we take this and make bolted frames. Have this one be rotors. Alright. We've got 775.6 rods coming in. So, and these only use 20 per minute. So if we have 775.6 divided by 20, it means we can make 38.78. Okay, let's clock this down to say 95%. That takes 19 per minute now. So at 19, it's 40.8. Okay, so what if we bump it down to 94%? That is 18.8. 41.25. Actually, let's go with how are we gonna get, so if we clock them at 90%, that's 18 per minute, which has us making 43. Okay, so there's that. But we also need 90 screws per minute. 90 screws per minute times 43. So we cannot make that many. 3,870. Okay, so that being said, these will not be bolted frames and will instead just be modular frames. So 86.4 coming in divided by 3 would be 28. Say we bump this down to 95%, that's 2.85. 5, 3, 8, 2.88. So at 2.88. Okay. So how are we going to get that to 2.88? 26. Hey, there we go. Okay, so which means we need 2.88. So 86.4 divided by 2.88 is 30. Okay. And that is 11.52 times 30. So 11.52 times 30 is 345.6. Okay. So that's what we'll plan to do then. We'll sink all the plates and a chunk of the screws to make reinforced iron plates. And we'll sink the plates, the reinforced iron plates, and the rods to make modular frames. And then whatever plates and whatever rods are left over will go into making rotors. That's what we'll plan to do. So, yep, that sounds like a plan to me. Alright, so with that being said, we will actually probably do all of this on the 3rd floor. So, tell you what, let's grab some conveyor lift holes. Oh, I need more beams. Good to know. All right. Well, this is where we will call it for today. In the next episode, we will plan to put together all the assemblers to make all the parts. Or at least to make reinforced iron plates, modular frames, and rotors. And then we will figure out the next step from there. Because we still need to make some space parts so we can continue on with stuff. But I think once we get all this set up and going, what I'm probably gonna do is I'll repurpose that big blue box. Thomas the Ironworks Jr. Will change him up to be, instead of doing ironworks, he'll be doing steelworks, and we'll move the steel production from over here to over here, and then see what I can do to expand the steel production, because I believe I got a recipe to make steel ingots with the petroleum coke. I just need to bring it in. So I can do that. Also need to bring set up to make other materials as well. So now I think what I may do, let's see here. Okay, what I may do is set up this right here to hold the excess materials from all the productions, minus the iron ingots, because I'm never going to pick those up. But like the excess iron plates, iron rods, iron screws, all of the excess parts that get made. We'll have a dual system set up where excess ones that aren't used in production will first come down here and go into storage boxes so that we have quick access to them, but then also have them so that when those storage boxes are full, they'll dump into a resource sink so that we can get some tickets out of it. So that'll be really interesting to see work out. But that will be all for today's episode. Hope y'all enjoyed. We got a lot of work done. We got inputs set up for everything, outputs set up for the plates. They're gonna go up to the 3rd floor, up here. And we gotta do the same thing with the rods and the screws. Everything's just gonna come up to the 3rd floor. So we're gonna have these nice little elevators right here that show us our parts moving up, which I think will be really cool to see. So, but with that being said, I hope all of you enjoyed this episode, and I will see all of you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Toodaloo.